Hello guys, this is Brother Wolf here. I am the creator of this ZeroTwo Emblem here. I took out, what was it? I outlined it. I took out the main parts of the emblem so I could show you what it looks like when you take it apart. I'm not gonna specifically go and start it from scratch because that will take too long to do. It's not a fun process, and I'll honestly. I would forget. I don't even remember exactly how I would be able to do it. It would take a while. I mean, my trick to doing these particularly, which now I think since I separated these, I can fix this. There you go. Okay, because it's supposed to be a little bit more sideways. I don't do that. Oh Jesus. Okay. So, when that happens, it's gonna do this a lot. I hate when it happens. It just feels the need to start glitching out like that, but you'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with the system. It's just the editor's freaking weird. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Let me group the layer and then ungroup. Bam. So you're good to go. I start from the bottom to the top. I worked with her legs first. I made sure that, actually now I can show you. So I use this shape right here to be able to get the whole entire length of her body out. So you stretch this thing out and you make it large. You put it from top to bottom, from the beginning of her leg to about her shoulder. Or however you want it. Like, it's just a guideline. It's not something crucial. It's just going to help you make sure where you're putting everything. It's not too out of, like, proportion. So I used this and I copied it, pasted it, I think like 3 times. Yeah. And so you're gonna make 2 more. So one's gonna be right about here. Like that. Yeah. About like that. And then this other one, when it lets me do it. Jesus. Just let me do it. Let me do it. Okay. This one about like right here, which later on you're gonna have to skew it around anyways, because like the shape came out different than it had originally. So I'm just gonna put this right here, I guess. That works. I'll put that right there. All right. So, and the last one I had moved it. Yeah, I had moved this one about right here. Yeah. I warped it a bit more so I could get more for the shape of her leg. I at the same time, I didn't do this from scratch. I did. Oh, I technically did it from scratch. It's just the reference photo. I was looking back and forth the entire time to be able to see and make sure that I was doing making it right. Aside from that, all original. Like this took a long time. It drove me crazy. Skew that bit. Make big. Skew big. There we go. So it's a little hard to see, but it's been basically pretty much the shape that you're looking for. And then obviously where her head was, I just made this circle and I placed it right about here so that I can see where her head is at. That is key as far as anything else goes. It will be a very helpful start to any project you make as far as here goes. Like if it's a full body one, this is my first full body one and it took forever. What was it? This one will take a bit, but I'm gonna start re-highlighting I'm gonna give back the color to the pieces so then you can see what it looks like full-fledged. So here we go. Oop. Alright. Oop. So, the overall final shape of what this looks like when you complete it. I hope this helped a bit. Something to give you more of a guideline. The one that I'll give you the most for, and then I know it's going to be really hard, is her head. Everything else was pretty easy for the most part. Putting the pieces down for her body, like the yellow parts, that's not too hard for the most part. These, oh wait, where was this? Where is that? Oh, very bottom. Okay, so these that I had on the bottom were for her feet, I believe. Yeah. So these are placed randomly, but I'm gonna highlight them anyways. I'm gonna just try to look as hard as you can because it's really hard in the video. I'm pretty sure because how small they are, but I made it work somehow. So we'll start with these. This was about on the bottom of her right foot. Oh, I guess the foot that's lifted up, not the one that's down. I had to skew those like a mother, just because like it just took forever. These are the ones on the bottom of the feet. So to recap, leg lifted up, and these are the other foot on the floor. A little out of order, but that's fine. And this one, I believe, is over by her shoulder, or underneath her her elbow. This one, this one is by the top of her suit. This is the armband, and this other one is the bottom part of her suit. So, when I made this initially, there are some pieces that I put in there to complete the look. But then afterwards, I ended up deleting just because after the hair gets in the way of it, you don't need it there anymore. So just get rid of it at that point. You don't really need it to be there. But that's just the problem that I ran with because I was like, I need more pieces, and I don't have any, and there's pieces that are being covered by the hair that I'm not using. I might as well delete them. And that's probably the best thing to do because then you have more to work with. Onward. The bottom part of her abdomen was, it was pretty challenging. It wasn't super hard. It was just weird to get the right pieces in without making it look super wonky. And I put these two shapes here at the bottom to resemble like her breasts because she kind of, you need that or else it would just look like or she'll look like the alphas at that point. So yeah. Now the hair. Oh my god. So the hair was really hard. I made her head first, and I gave her ears. But the ears, you have to space everything out in a weird way so it layers really well. The biggest and most important thing about all of this is making sure your layering is key. Your layering has to be gold. It has to be perfect, or else it'll look like crap. Like, I'm not even joking. Working with different layering programs and everything as far as like art goes, it's very important that you layer everything properly or it's just gonna look really weird. Even like the layering right now on her head, like it's bugging me a bit, but I don't really care now. It's hard. But anyways, the head I took the most time on of anything else because the rest of her body, like I still took granted maybe I took about 3 hours to make this, and the 1 hour full was strictly on her head. I think maybe an hour and a half or so. I don't specifically remember, but it was a lot. So ooh, hold on, I did something. Boop boop. All right. Going back. This might seem like it's a long video, but I'm sorry, but it is the first time I've done it, so I do not care. But here we go. I started with the head first. And then I worked on the hair off to the side. I think I did those last. I don't remember. I just remember doing them eventually. What I did is I pieced together her head, made sure that they were that the face structure looked like a face-ish, like a head at least, not where it looks wonky. I didn't feel like the need to put any more detail into it because the way it looks great anyways. Let's see. I put 2 little bangs here, and then in the picture, her hair's flowing out. I couldn't find enough pieces that were good flowy stuff aside from the antlers, and so I was like, I'll just work with this for now. And the horns. I had to skew these. To put more detail into it, I put the gradient on some of these. As far as all her hair, it's all gradient. I put gradient on everything. I could do it to the rest of the body, but it wouldn't look well because the way everything's positioned, it wouldn't look right, and you can't control the gradient that well. So it will make the whole thing look wonky and like you're trying really hard for it. Another one I was making had gradients for it. It looked great, but I'm gonna remake that one later because I need to. So, as far as her horns go, this part was really hard because I had to make sure that everything fit and shrink it down to the craziest amount and still be able to put it right, because that part sucked. Usually for the horns I would have used the other horns, but with the way her horns are, they're small and they're not really like super crazy like looking. So I was just like, I'm gonna go with simple shapes and put it down, and it looks really good. And her ear was last because I actually don't even know why. Oh, so you have to put the ear last, so it's on the very top of all of her hair and everything, so it actually looks fine. Yeah, I used 2 pieces. I didn't have to use the whole lot. But her hair, oh my god, her hair is a lot. Those, you can layer them however you wish. You don't have to do exactly as I did it. You can do pretty much whatever you want as far as the hair goes. The shapes, I mean, you can switch them around. You can do whatever. You can switch them all. I don't. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just, it's just the way it worked for me. That was the best way I did it. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps that up as far as that goes. And then any extra pieces that you have as far as that goes, you can use that towards making like a background or something like that, like I did with the previous one. Which this, I'll save it. See, boom. All right, compared. See, it looks so much better. I need to fix that right now. But yes, as far as the Come To Me goes for ZeroTwo, this is my tutorial, and I don't think I had it's that great, but it'll give you the gist of basically how to make it. So, good luck.